Oh. Good evening and happy Wednesday to everyone. I do apologize for being a little late, but however, we did get our admissions colleges to come through for us today. Today is a special day. I love when we have our admission counselors on and directors of admissions. And we also have Mr. Anthony Brown on today as well, who is a graduate of one of the schools that we'll be presenting today. And I'm going to bring them on so they can talk to you. This is Mr. Anthony Brown. We have Mr. DeJust from Bethune-Cookman University. Okay, he came through with the hand. I want one of those, but you know. And we also have Mr. Swan again from Tougaloo. So yes, we didn't get our triple threat, but it's okay. We do have three distinguished guests and two university representatives to give you the information you need so we can get our scholars where they need to be, which is at an HBCU. So we will begin with Mr. Billy DeJust, and he will give us information about Bethune-Cookman.
Well, good evening, everyone. Happy Wednesday. It's a great honor to be here with all of you today. My name is Billy DeJust. Here on behalf of the Office of Admissions, I want to greet you and bring you special greetings from our 7th President, Dr. E. LeBrent Cright, our cabinet members, our faculty and staff, and most importantly, our phenomenal Wildcat students here in Daytona Beach. We want to say, hail Wildcats, and happy Wednesday, and hope you guys are having a phenomenal Wednesday and staying safe and doing everything we need to do to make sure we keep on living. All right. So again, I'm happy to share some phenomenal information with you about Bethune-Cookman. Before we get started, we always like to share a little bit of a piece of Bethune-Cookman, a piece of Daytona Beach. Hear from our students. I'll let you hear a quick clip, about 5 minutes or so, which you'll hear from some testimonials from our students and how Bethune-Cookman has been beneficial to their lives. And then I'll jump right into the main presentation for you guys.
Ah ouais, T'es venu en boîte avec des meufs, on t'a recalé, oh là là. Ni en tactile, ni en ténèbres, zéro smiley, non, non, non. J'suis pas des leurs, Robert Marley, Bobby, Bobby. Comme un ever, comme jamais, j'suis dans le J'suis dans le texte.
Welcome to another episode of Wildcat Highlights, where students, alumni, and faculty are telling our story one interview at a time. Wildcat Highlights, Bethune-Cookman University.
My name is Jerry Finn. I'm a senior business administration major from Atlanta, Georgia. And the two things that I've learned from the College of Business and Entrepreneurship will definitely be prioritizing and establishing the correct skills to run a proper business. Well, this summer I had the privilege and opportunity for interning with the City of South Fulton Park and Recreation System. I was the project manager intern. Things that I learned from my internship would definitely be strategic planning and organization. With dealing with the community and the people of the City of South Fulton, there are many programs and projects that are being ran for the community, for seniors, for the youth, for the teen age group. So you just have to really plan out. You really have to plan out things strategically. My plans on after graduation, I plan on going to grad school to obtain my MBA, my Master's in Business Administration, with a concentration in sports and entertainment management.
Coming to Daytona Beach, I didn't know that I would be experiencing so many beautiful places. The beach is a beautiful place to be. The water really clears my mind. And on top of that, coming to Bethune-Cookman, it was my escape from everything else.
When I first stepped on this campus, I basically didn't have anything, just 2 bags to my name. But I immediately understood that this school is about family, unity, love.
She gave me love.
She gave me hope.
She gave me the thirst for education.
And most of all, she gave me the respect for the uses of power. We live in a way that reflects our deepest convictions. But most of all, we enter to learn and depart to serve. So take a look at Bethune-Cookman University.
All right. So again, wanted to kind of share some information with you about Bethune-Cookman, about many opportunities we have here in our campus. And right now, we just to give you guys some update how the COVID has affected Bethune-Cookman or college as a whole. Right now, we're doing pretty decent. Daytona Beach hasn't been impacted as badly as some of the larger cities and states. So believe it or not, we have over 1,500 students currently on campus as we speak. Having face-to-face sessions right now as we speak for the spring semester. They just checked in the weekend of Valentine's weekend to go and finish the semester face-to-face. We decided to start the term virtually because we believe many of our students were hanging out during Christmas break and New Year's Eve parties. So we didn't want to bring everyone back right away the first week of January where we may not have known their true status. We didn't want to put anyone's health at risk. So it was best to kind of delay the return date for about 30 days. So from January 11th to February 11th, everyone was enrolled virtually and they checked in on the 12th and they are now on campus to finish out the rest of the spring semester. We provided the COVID test for every student and they're doing daily temperature checks to make sure we are staying safe as well throughout the school year. And that is the case for every student on campus. So just to make sure we are all staying safe and we're doing our parts to make sure we're also keeping everyone safe as well. So let me jump right into and share some information with you about some of our programs and share some wonderful opportunities we have at Bethune-Cookman and let you know what is new on our campus. So we want to make sure we show exactly what we want these students to do. Wear your mask whenever you leave your facility, whenever you leave your dorm. We have an automated system where you can check your temperature to make sure you're checking that temperature daily to make sure you're staying below the recommended temperature. All right. So this information is in here for everyone to make sure they follow up. We have a hotline number for those who have any questions, and any information that you're looking for should be available for you on this website. All right. Let's jump right into the academic list of programs. And again, as you can see, these sharp, well-dressed students, that is the expectation every Wednesday on campus for our students. So earlier, took off my shirt and tie. We had our shirt and tie on to go to the assembly. Once we gather, we have these assemblies and seminars. Once you're done with classes, then you can go change. But, during the day, if you have classes as a student, you must wear your shirt and tie in order to go to class. If you're male, and ladies, you got to wear your business attire to make sure we present our best selves on Wednesdays. That is our business day where we invite companies on our campus. Many of our partners like Disney World and accounting firms and law firms in Orlando, they want to come and interview our students and get a feel for what they're looking for. And there's some phenomenal opportunities there as well. So we want to make sure our students are ready to represent themselves, their families, but most importantly, Bethune-Cookman as well. All right. So jumping right down here, you guys will find a list of every program and major that we offer at here at Bethune-Cookman. They're in alphabetical order, starting with accounting all the way down to sociology. All right. So every program is listed here for the list of majors. We also have a list of minors. All right. Starting from African and social studies here down to the women and gender studies. So these are all different programs. We have a few certificate programs as well, along with the Air Force ROTC. All right. What I really like about this page is very detailed. Any information you guys might be looking for about these programs and say, well, I'm thinking about going into, let's say, English. What does that offer? Click on that program. You'll get a brief description of what that program entails, some of the requirements we're looking for, but more importantly, you get the entire curriculum. The whole playbook is laid out for you. From your first semester on campus, you know these will be your classes. All right, down to your second semester on campus as a freshman. All right, you go home for the summer, come back your sophomore year. There's your schedule for both semesters, and also for the same for your junior and your senior year. So very transparent. So you can sit down with your parents, your advisors, your mentors to make sure this plan makes sense for what you're trying to achieve with that program. So we're going to make sure before you step foot on campus, you know what you're signing up for and everyone is on the same page. All right. We also want to make sure we celebrate the newest program. Our students are very excited about the music recording technology. All right. Which is now the newest program we have on our campus. We have a new studio on campus. For those of you who love to write music, produce music, we now have the degree for it. The studio is here. More importantly, as of 2018, Bethune-Cookman is the only, I repeat, the only HBCU in the country that now has its own record label, BCU Records, where you as a student could be signed through that label, write your music, produce your music right here on campus. And once you're done, we help you market that music throughout the country. All right, whether it's BET, MTV, the music industry, we're sending your album out there just to get you that recognition. So it's a good way to get our students some exposure to make sure they are taking advantage of those talents while they are here on campus. You don't have to be a music major. In fact, the most recent signee is a nursing student. She just happens to love to sing, and she was signed through that program as well. So many opportunities for you guys. If music is a passion for you, the gate is now open to make that happen. In fact, more recently, during the Super Bowl halftime show, 4 of our students, part of the band, 2 of our drum majors were actually selected to be part of that halftime show. Those guys had those red blazers on. Yet a few of our guys were students from Bethune-Cookman. Again, putting them in that platform, having that exposure to connect with different people in that field to give them an opportunity to showcase their talents as well. So again, phenomenal work by our music department. Continue to make it happen to provide opportunities for our students. All right. So if you are looking for scholarships, Bethune-Cookman offers scholarships in 5 areas. All right. Academics, Division I athletics, music, if you sing or if you're an instrumentalist, dance, and Air Force ROTC. All right. So I'm going to share with you some of the criteria for our academic scholarships, which start at a 3.0 grade point average or higher for consideration. All right. That would pay you $4,000 annually, $2,000 in the fall, $2,000 in the spring. Now, due to COVID, we have extended this deadline, the priority deadline, from December 1st of last year to May 15th of this year. All right. So you have until May 15th to submit any new test scores to be considered for these scholarships. This particular grant pays you $4,000 for 3 years, $12,000 total in total value. You simply have to maintain a 2.7 or higher when you get here to get the renewable package for the 3 years, the first 3 years that you are on campus. All right, very simple. You do not have to apply for these scholarships. Once you apply to the college, as we are reviewing your application for a decision, it is automatically reviewed for these scholarships. All right, next level up is the Excelsior 2 with a 3.25 GPA, 1020 SAT, or 20 ACT. The value doubles to $8,000 annually. All right, $4,000 in the fall, $4,000 in the spring. Again, 3-year deal worth $24,000, and 3.0 is the minimum requirements for the renewable deal. You do your part, you get the renewable piece automatically. Next level, full tuition scholarship, where the requirements are a 3.5 grade point average or higher, along with an 1130 SAT or a 23 composite on the ACT. That pays full tuition and student fees for the year, in-state or out-of-state. Keep in mind, Bethune-Cookman is private. We do not charge an out-of-state tuition. We are literally one of the most affordable HBCUs in the country. All right, we are in Florida. You know, although we are private, we do have a public school price tag, literally. So as you guys are weighing those options and making those decisions, make sure you're weighing your options to see where that fits and how to best take advantage of that. So you can come to Florida, 2 miles away from the beaches, and you pay the exact same cost as the Floridians that are here on campus as well. So keep that in mind, parents, as you guys are weighing your options. Again, this piece also is a 3-year deal worth $44,382. The required GPA for the renewed deal is a 3.3. All right, you get that for 3 years on campus. And those student fees includes expenses such as free entry to every athletic event, every home game you get them for free. Show your ID, transportation to and from the stadium, free of charge. Do your laundry. Remember, you guys had to pay for laundry when you were in college. That is no longer the case. Your tuition also covers your laundry expenses. All right. If you get a cold or a flu, need some Tylenol, some NyQuil, no need to go to CVS. Go see our infirmary. The nurses will take care of you and provide you with that medicine free of charge. So again, transportation to Walmart to get some groceries. These are all things that we offer. That shuttle runs to the grocery store and pick you up as well. So you make sure if you don't have a vehicle, you're not left without. You are able to get around pretty quickly. One thing about Daytona Beach, guys, nothing is more than 8 miles away from our campus. All right. You'll never have to drive more than 10 minutes. All right. The furthest thing away from our campus is the football stadium where we play a football game. All right. The mall is 3 miles away. The beaches are 2 miles away. So anything you're looking for is within a short distance, and you can get there pretty easily as well as a student. All right. But last but not least, you have the Presidential Scholarship, which covers all expenses. 3.75, 1240 SAT or a 26 ACT, pays the entire cost of enrollment per year. 24,690 is the cost of enrollment. And again, in-state or out-of-state, it does not change. All right. If you maintain a 3.5 while you're here, you get that number times 4. All 4 years will be covered. All right. Now, the dime you have to pay, in addition to this, you're also going to get $1,000 credit for your books per year. So that's $4,000 added to the $98,000, which brings it up to a grand total of $102,760. All right. Pretty simple process. We took away the requirement for the essay. We took away the requirement for the recommendation letter just to make this process a little bit more easier for our students, because we do understand many of the counselors and professors are working remotely from home, which makes it even more difficult to get those recommendation letters and essays submitted on time. So that is no longer a requirement for us. Transcripts, test scores, we get the ball rolling for you automatically. Now, how do I claim these scholarships? Once you are admitted, these are the 7 steps required to complete in order to enroll. All right. You pay your enrollment deposit of $200. You complete the FAFSA and make sure Bethune is added to the list. Submit your immunization records. Complete the FERPA release form. Complete your housing application. Register for orientation, which we will begin here in about 2 weeks virtually. We're going to start the orientation process here right in the beginning of March. And of course, the pre-advisement as well. Now, for these scholarships, I'm only looking for step 1 and 2. All right. Once you pay your enrollment deposit and you've done the FAFSA and we are on the list. All right. I get that report every Friday for every student who has completed these steps. We will automatically send you the congratulatory email to let you know, hey, congratulations, Anthony. You are now a recipient of the Presidential Scholarship. All you need to do is go into your account, log in, and accept your award. Well, how do I log in? On your acceptance letter, you're going to get your login ID number and password to go into the Wildcat web where the magic happens. You enter your ID number and your password. You log in. You go right into this new student portal, and everything is available for you here to follow up with those next steps. And this is the website you guys want to get familiar to. If you are a new student, this is where your homework assignments are going to be posted. Every communication is going to be done through this portal. So once you log in, you have access to everything you need here as a student. You have your little picture ID here. I see mine here is still getting a little older. I need to update that photo for sure. But yeah, definitely, this is where the magic happens when you guys start the process to move and accept that scholarship. You go and accept it, and the rest is history. All right. Now, if academics may not be a thing, we have Division I athletics for men and women. We just released a new schedule for football this year. We are moving from MEAC to the SWAC. So we're going to play teams like Alabama A&M, Alabama State, South Carolina State, Prairie View, Jackson State. Deion Sanders, we're going to welcome him into the HBCU family with a nice butt whooping. I've already promised that to the coaching staff there. Alcorn State, Grambling, and Florida A&M. Of course, we close it out for the Florida Classic, where we're going for number 10 in a row against FAMU. So for the Florida Classic, we have now won 9 in a row. We're going for number 10. So Rattlers, you got off last year because we couldn't play the game. But guess what? We are coming for you again. Sorry we couldn't make it happen for you in this fall, but we're not going to let that down. We're trying to make up for last year as well for missing out. So also, we're honoring one of our golfers. Speaking of Tiger Woods, prayers go out to his family with his accident yesterday, and we hope he can get well soon. Tiger Woods personally selected this golfer from our golf team, and he invited him to the PGA golf tournament. So this gentleman was able to represent Bethune-Cookman on the big stage, at the PGA golf tournament, which he did a phenomenal job. He shot a 74 under, and he was invited again for a second go around. So again, making phenomenal, great news and great updates for our student athletes in their endeavors. So again, if you're looking for any program, they're all here for you. If you say, well, Mr. DeJust, I'm thinking about playing some football, what do I do? Well, click on the football link and you find the schedule. And we also honor one of our former players who's now working for the Kansas City Chiefs. He was there for the Super Bowl being celebrated as well. Just reach out to the coaching staff here. Their contact number is available for all to see. The head coach with his entire team, based on your position, you know who to reach out to the phone numbers, their emails, and some even have their Twitter information in here as well for you. All right, so you know exactly who to reach out to. Check out the roster so you know who you're going to have to go compete against. We got some sharp dressed brothers on here representing. It's a business trip every time we get on the road. We're going to take care of business, so we dress as such. And we take off these suits, we throw on the jersey, we're still taking care of business on that field. So we want to represent Bethune-Cookman everywhere we go. Make sure we look sharp, professional football players making it happen. And the coaching staff is also here for you. Again, very transparent. You don't see this in too many schools where they have that information available for you. Sometimes you get the name and email, you don't know who you're talking to. You can't quite put a face with that name. So we want to make sure we provide every person that is on our staff is going to be able to view who they are. Their pictures are there, their contact information, so you can have a conversation with a live person and know exactly who you're communicating with. All right. In addition, we also have a phenomenal music program. If you love to sing, you love to play an instrument, Bethune-Cookman offers scholarships. We have the best marching band in the land, as you guys have seen at the Battle of the Bands competition. Our band was recently selected to take part of the voting initiative. We were on CBS with Alicia Keys and the all-star crew there. They took Bethune-Cookman as the band to kind of spread that message. And it was a phenomenal job by our guys, again, to get those exposures to make sure they're taking advantage of those opportunities. If you love to sing, we have a phenomenal concert chorale, which I was a part of as a student. A great way to kind of, share your talent. If you love to sing and love music, we sing everything from Bach to gospel. We cover it all. All right. These guys went to Israel 2 years ago to perform overseas, to have the Holy Land experience, which was a phenomenal opportunity, again, for our students to go abroad, get their passports and have that exposure outside of America. Lifetime. You will never forget that. It's pretty much a priceless experience for our college students. So we also want to share that information, and also ROTC. All right. If you're in the Air Force, Army, we have great opportunities for those areas. If you're coming in and you are in ROTC and you want to go into the ROTC program here at Bethune-Cookman, that is also available to you. So again, many opportunities, no out-of-state tuition, a great family environment. The location is phenomenal, very affordable. So if you're looking for a new home, away from home, where you can be safe, parents, if you're looking for a great spot to send your kids, all right, phenomenal location here in Daytona, where COVID is not a big factor here for us in Daytona Beach, as it may be in your hometown. All right. So we actually have students on campus. They don't have to do virtual schooling. All right. Many of our students just don't do as well online. We have to be honest and then figure out a way to find the best place where they can attend school face to face and take advantage of that investment that you are making. Because oftentimes you're paying a pretty penny just to go to school virtually. And oftentimes you're not getting the true value for that experience. So we're just fortunate and blessed to be able to have a campus with the size where we can accommodate students and still provide a safe environment. No more than 14 students are allowed in one class. All right, 14 or less. So you're going to be in a class where the desks are socially distanced, everyone is wearing their mask, and you are getting daily temperature checks to make sure we're keeping that environment safe on our campus. So again, kudos to Dr. Cright, the cabinet members, and with the help of the CDC professionals to come up with a plan that works for our school based on the size of the school, to make sure we have a plan in place where parents and students can feel comfortable about the entire process and entrusting us with that responsibility. So we did a pretty good job of that in the fall. We're going to continue to do the same in the spring, and hopefully the fall of 2021 will be much better. We'll have a even better setup for you guys as we learn more about this virus. So again, thank you all for your time. I look forward to answering any of your questions. I'm going to drop my information in the chat section after my brother from Tougaloo does his presentation, and I'll be more than happy to follow up with you with some additional information. So again, hail Wildcats, and we hope you guys are having a great Wednesday evening, and we will talk again shortly. So thank you guys for the platform. Thank you, Miss Monique, for putting this together, and we look forward to helping in any way that we can.
Thank you for the wealth of information, and I guess we will go to Mr. Swan now, but I really learned a lot. Thank you. Okay, Mr. Swan, how are you?
Oh man, we doing good. We're doing good. Shout out to Bethune-Cookman, man. That was really good.
Yeah.
Really good information. Shout out to every HBCU out there at the tone of my voice, at the sound of my voice. But yeah, really, really great information from my good brother. So yeah, it's a great platform.
Yes, he told me things I didn't know about Bethune, but I was like, oh wow. So we went to Florida. Now we in where we at now?
We coming back over we coming back over to Mississippi. We still in the dirty South though, but Mississippi is where it's at. We are at Tougaloo College. So for us to get started, I've pulled a couple tricks out of my bag. Let me see if they work on the share screen. So let me go ahead and try to do a little something. Shout out to all of your listeners, all of the folks that are on here. We want to make sure that they get the information that they need. So let me see if I can share this. And again, I'm Joel Swan. This is Tougaloo College. We are the second oldest historically Black college in the state of Mississippi. We are a private institution, 800 student enrollment. We are 15 to 1 student to professor ratio. And let's just try to jump into some things for you all real quick and see what's what.
Akwaba, welcome. My name is Niadum from Ghana, West Africa, an international student who is here as a sophomore biology student here at Tougaloo College. I chose Tougaloo College as an international student, one, basically because of the love Tougaloo College has. The professors, the advisors, the staff and faculty, from the janitor to the president, everyone shows love to me, and it makes me feel just at home. The second main reason why I chose Tougaloo College is because of the opportunities. I was at the Harvard Medical School to give a presentation on my research I did here at Tougaloo College. Also, because of the class size, it's basically about 15 to 1 professor. So the professor knows my name and just not my ID number. And the love is just awesome here at Tougaloo College. Tougaloo College is a place that lets me live out my passion. Coming from Ghana, West Africa, Tougaloo College has equipped me to train as a global leader. Being the H.B.C.U. All-Star, I had the chance to be at the White House and also at the University of Southern Mississippi. Tougaloo College gives me that drive to become a global leader in terms of medicine, in terms of leading people. And this is what I wake up to every day on this historical grounds. As you're thinking about where to further your education, I would suggest Tougaloo College because of the love from the faculty, from the staff, from everyone here. Tougaloo is a home away from home. Tougaloo is a place that gives you the opportunity to explore your talent. Despite your major being biology, chemistry, music, or art, being a biology student doesn't just allow me to be in the lab and perform research, but the liberal arts education here at Tougaloo College and the rich history gives me the platform to stand as a student activist and also to stand to equip fellow students and also help the community. Honestly, I'm so much in love with Tougaloo College. And Tougaloo College gave me the best opportunity of my life to pick me up and give me a full scholarship from West Africa, Ghana, to be here in Jackson, Mississippi, to study and have something meaningful to do with my life. I will forever appreciate this opportunity for the rest of my life, and I'll proudly represent Tougaloo College wherever I go.
And so I just want to kind of give you all a sense from that, from a student perspective. That is something that we do here at the institution. We allow our students to speak for themselves. We allow our students to create just all of the wonder that they have within them. So kind of wanted to give you that texture from Nee Abdoum. He is doing so much great things also in medical school. So that's something that I want to share with you all about this institution. We're a smaller institution, but we do have great things. Big fish, small pond. Okay, so that's the action that we're about. So let me just get into this presentation. I wanted to kind of do that for you, and let's go ahead and share this screen again so that we can get you what you need as far as what we have to offer on the platform of Tougaloo College. Okay, so here we are. So yeah, let's take it to where it needs to be taken to. Tougaloo College. We are 1869 founded. We are the second oldest again. We are the second oldest historically Black college in the state of Mississippi. We're private. founded 2 short years removed from the Emancipation Proclamation. Well, 4 short years removed from the Emancipation Proclamation, and 4 short years removed from the creation of Juneteenth. Okay, so let's keep that in mind when we talk about this institution being what it is. Again, my name is Joel Swan. Shout out to the Office of Student Engagement, and shout out to the Office of shout out to our office here where we have a lot of things going on. And I hope that everything is coming in fruition for you all. You can see it. Again, something about Tougaloo College, though, where history meets the future. We are the cradle of the civil rights movement. Tougaloo College is one of the most prestigious private HBCUs in the state of Mississippi. We have been teaching, leading, and moving the needle forward for over 150 years. Okay, so when you talk about this institution, you're talking about just that. One of the things that I want to pride ourselves on is that our name is even historic. Tougaloo College is, though we're the second oldest historically Black college in the state, we're founded by the American Missionary Association. We were paid for by the Freedmen's Bureau. Okay, this 500-acre resourceful, intimate campus sits between 3 cities: Ridgeland, Madison, and Jackson. So we are in Tougaloo College. Okay, in Tougaloo, Mississippi. The name itself, it means a place at the fork of the stream, and also it is number 2 in Cherokee. Okay, we're located 10 short miles north of the downtown Jackson City Center. And hopefully you get a chance to see everything that we're doing. So we said, why Tougaloo College? No out-of-state fee, no application fee, and no excuses. Tougaloo College, all we require is a 2.0 evidence of an ACT or SAT score, okay? So when you talk about that, you're talking about a manageable student-professor ratio of 15-to-1, total enrollment 800. We are nationally ranked. University Research, University News and World Report ranks us as the best economically valued institution. Our tuition and fees are $8,374. So that means that you are getting a great rate for 4 years. So $8,374 times 2, that's $16,748. So that is the best economically valued institution. We are a lot cheaper than a lot of these PWIs, PBIs, and we're a lot cheaper than some of our HBCU partnering schools. 4 academic divisions. We are education, natural science, social science, and humanities. 29 undergraduate degree programs, 2 graduate programs in education only. So you can get your Master of Arts in Child Development and your Master of Arts in Teaching. Some of our exclusive academic partnerships swirl themselves around our pre-med, our pre-law, our pre-engineering, our pre-health, and of course, we are partnered locally with our Jackson Public School System. And some of the new additions we are embarking on is a full-fledged business administration program, cybersecurity, as well as data science, okay? But our 50-year partnership with Brown University kind of allows you to understand why students choose Tougaloo College, okay? So keep that in mind when we talk about pre-med. Students who want to become medical doctors, the MCAT is relaxed at both Brown, University of Buffalo, and Boston University for you to actually continue on with your pre-med emphasis. Pre-law is 3+3. You'll get your JD in 6 versus the required 8 with our partnering friendship institutions. And we do have chemical, mechanical, electrical, aerospace, and aeronautics when you talk about engineering. Okay, also nursing. We do have the freshman early entry program that's housed with our University of Mississippi Medical Center emphasis. And again, we do have the partnership with the Jackson Public School System, and that is a relationship that is established in between the Obamas, still going on strong. Scholarship. Definitely want you to scholarship in, okay? 3.5, 24 and above, or on the SAT, or 1100 and above, okay? That is where your GPA and your test scores mean something, okay? I told you to get in here is a 2.0 evidence of an ACT or SAT score, right? But this is where the ACT or SAT score matter. Scholarships. 2 letters of recommendation, and you must complete the FAFSA, but you must be accepted first, okay? Once you're accepted and you're scholarship eligible, then you will be afforded the scholarship application completed. Submit those required documents, and this will be what you would receive. Full tuition, room and board, $750 book voucher for the presidential. Full tuition, room and board for the provost, no book voucher. They are renewable. You must maintain a 3.5 GPA. Okay. The deadline for these scholarships, if you are a senior, to the tone of my voice, is March 15th. Juniors, the deadline is March 15th of your respective graduation year. Okay. So keep that in mind when you're talking about scholarships. Internal scholarships, there are 4. These are 4 ride scholarships. They are competitive. Okay. This is what you want. Take a picture. Everything I'm telling you won't matter to you if you don't write it down. So please, if you hadn't gotten a pen and piece of paper or a pencil and a piece of paper, go grab it right now. Okay. Write this information down because we're sharing a whole lot of information that will allow you to be a successful college graduate and a successful college student, period, point blank. Okay. Let's round up the other 4 scholarships that we have. We do have Eagle Scholarship. The Eagle Scholarship is a valedictorian, salutatorian scholarship. That is, you must be an incoming freshman, 2 letters of recommendation, and you must complete the FAFSA. Okay. The free application for federal student aid. That is a renewable component of a 3.25 GPA. This is a tuition only scholarship. I told you, $8,374 for the tuition. For the tuition, room and board, excuse me. Out of that, the tuition by itself is $5,452. That's what you will receive. Okay. Student leader, that is GPA of a 3.0, ACT score of a 21, or an SAT score of a 1050 or above. Okay. You must be accepted. If you are eligible for this scholarship, you must submit 2 letters of recommendation and complete the FAFSA. Okay. Keep that in mind. You must complete the FAFSA. Many of you have already done it. If you hadn't, shame on you. This is half of the $5,452. Okay. Use a renewable component. You must maintain a 3.0 every academic semester. Okay. So that rounds out the 4 scholarships. And I'm going to tell you, that's internal money. These are competitive. They will go. Okay. So keep that in mind when you talk about these scholarships. Okay. Keeping it into the tone of where we at right now. So when you talk about student life, you talk about this institution. We function under 5 pillars of student activities. Okay. The 5 pillars of student activities are political and social awareness, where we function. If you don't have a political, social, and educational post, then that's shame on you. Okay. You must have that political, social, and educational post. Holistic health, leadership development, gender-based empowerment, and the Tougaloo Renaissance. We do function underneath the Tougaloo Renaissance. So keep that in mind when you're talking about where you're at right now. We pick you up, take you to where you need to go, and we dust you off and provide a set of eagle wings to allow you to soar like the eagles that you are. Okay. If you're student athletics, if you're a student athlete, the new additions to the male is golf. The new addition to the females is competitive cheerleading and dance, flag football, and golf program. We function under the National Association of Intercollegiate Athletics. We are a part of the Gulf Coast Athletic Conference, and we are Mississippi United. We are Division I AA with our sports. So keep that in mind when you're talking about becoming a part of the Tougaloo Bulldogs. Okay. Now, scholarships. Again, these are external scholarships. If you all can see that, please take a picture. Please write it down. www.uncf.org. We are a UNCF affiliated institution. So please, 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 I want you to take this homework for the night. I want you to apply at www.uncf.org. I want you to register, complete the profile, hit submit. Okay. That will open up the floodgates to the longest serving and oldest scholarship granting institution or scholarship granting body that has been providing students a way to college on scholarships. Okay. Providing those dollars. Thurgood Marshall College Fund, the NAACP, Phi Theta Kappa. If you don't have a Phi Theta Kappa established chapter in your respective area or your respective high school, I do encourage you all to actually start a chapter up. You can. It's a National Honor Society. Coca-Cola Scholars Foundation, Ron Brown, Jackie Robinson, and the Jack Kent Cook Foundation. Okay. So apply. I want you to apply with me. I want you to actually get online. If you can't scan this barcode, apply, Follow us on social media. We know you're on social media. We are on we are on Instagram at TC Recruitment, on Twitter at TC Recruitment _, and we go live every Friday on Facebook at Tougaloo Enrollment. We are a part of the Common Black College application. So that is something that if you have applied to and you say, hey, Mr. Swan, I've applied, I want to be a part of the Common Black College application. I've already submitted my things. Can you pull it? I'll say yes. Go ahead and do it. Okay. Keep that in mind. We are here to serve you. Okay. Without further ado, this is me. Connect with me. That is not me in actual size. I am a little taller than that. My name is Joel Swan, 601-977-7771. jswan at tougaloo.edu. Connect with me. I want you to apply. I want you to get on there and look at those scholarships. And what I'll do for you as a little extra incentive, I will drop another scholarship. It is a Black History Month scholarship. The deadline date is February 1st through March 31st. You can apply. Okay. All right. Peace. Joel Swan. This is Tougaloo College. So we can drop it back in there. Yes.
Awesome stuff. That was really good. I'm glad that you showed that scholarship slide, because there were a lot of parents that were texting and asking what else can they do. So that was really, really helpful. And I am also going to bring my mentor, Mr. Brown, back in here.
Without bring him on in.
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
Doing what we do on the Wednesday, getting these folks to school.
I love it. Listen, shout out to both Joel and Tim Malik, who came in here representing Bethune-Cookman University, home of the world's most famous beach, Daytona Beach, Florida. You know, I'm always about, hey. I used to work for the radio station when I was in school. Not alma mater. And so, listen, we're going to take care of you whether you want to go to Tougaloo or Bethune. And I'm so glad, Joel, you talked about the UNCF scholarship. That's what I was going to come in here and drop real quick. So you already did my part for me. So I don't even have to say anything now. So before our listeners and viewers who are watching this right now, again, UNCF does have scholarship opportunities for both these institutions, as well as, we support 37 member institutions. However, we do have students with scholarship at over 1,100 schools across the country. So we would love you to keep it in the family. We do. We want you to keep it in the family. However, there may be a scholarship that will take you elsewhere. And if that's the case, no problem. You'll still become a UNCF scholar. And we'd be able to, still celebrate that. You can support that and all that great stuff. So again, as Joel said, our website is www.uncf.org. I will drop the link in the chat momentarily. That way, if you have any questions about it, again, it's a portal application. So once you do the application, it's in the system. And then you can just select the scholarships, select the schools, and go through the whole process. Go back and just re-update the system for the following year. So it's not a hard process. It's a very easy process, and it's a boatload of scholarship opportunities available, whether you want to stay, you want to go to a rural school, you want to go to a more urban contemporary school, you want to go someplace very large, you want to go to a very small HBCU. We got options and opportunities for everyone. But again, in order to find out, you have to go to the website again, uncf.org. And I can tell you right now, UNCF scholarships start at a 2.5 GPA. We're talking about a C+ average. A C+ average. That's it. Now, the higher the GPA, the more opportunities are available. But we want to make sure that every student has at least an option and an opportunity to apply to go to school. To apply for scholarship dollars, and hopefully that'll help them get to and through. So that's all I wanted to come in and share. And, of course, I'm going to talk to this guy with all this red on. I don't know about him, y'all, with this red on, acting like he out here representing for somebody. That's why I had to make sure I had to have on my shirt today. Let me make sure you can see the shirt,
Noble Kappa Alpha Psi, the pride of all our hearts. Fidelity.
Always talking that talk, I see.
Man, look, let me tell y'all something. Shout out to the UNCF. I just dropped a scholarship, Regions Bank scholarship. It is specific for Black History Month. So happy Black History Month to everybody at the sound of my voice. We are coming to a close of that month, but we are 365 Black. And I want to let you all know that Regions Bank has something called Riding Forward. It is an essay scholarship. You can apply for it. There is a high school component and a college component. And so keep that in mind. I dropped the information in the chat, www.regionsbank.com. You can search scholarships and the Riding Forward piece will come up. And all you need to do is submit an essay, 500-word essay about an African-American who has left an indelible impression on your life or someone who is near and dear to you. So keep that in mind, as well as I want you still don't forget the homework. Brother Anthony Brown, www.uncf.org. I cannot sing the praises of the UNCF enough because they have scholarships on top of more scholarships.
We just all kinds. I mean, whether you want to whatever you want to major in, if you have artistic ability, you come from a particular part of the country or a particular state. But you have to go to the website to find out, because there are scholarships available. Like we have a scholarship just for students who are coming from Cleveland, Ohio, to go to any HBCU, public or private. If you're from Texas, in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, there's a scholarship just for students in that area. So but you have to go to the website to find out. Again, like you just said, uncf.org, the scholarship page. And hey, you never know. Matter of fact, Joe, you didn't even know about this one. How about, did I tell you about the fact they got a scholarship here in Cleveland in my name?
Wow.
Yeah.
Man.
They gave me we have an Anthony H. Brown HBCU scholarship, as long as you major in the arts. So you have to major in communication or the performing arts, because
you're very deserving of it, brother. Very deserving.
Cut it out. There you go.
I thought you were gonna say something about Michael Jackson, but you just as good. Because they do have a Michael Jackson scholarship as well. But
and a Janet Jackson.
Hey, the Anthony Brown scholarship is equally important as well.
Thank you, sir.
It will still net you some dollars to go to school. That's what we want you to do. Yeah, man.
Get there fast. But I guess the challenge that I don't know if you all are facing it is that our young people, they're in this mode of writing how they text. So when it comes to the essays, it's like, come on, y'all, do better. We provide writing workshops. We will help you. Some of you are, we could use voice to text. Your computers are come on, we got to do better. And the Regents scholarship that Mr. Swan talked about, do your research, go on there and see who's won previously.
Right.
A girl won writing about Frederick Douglass, and I'm quite sure the content wasn't something that we would provide. Just calling a spade a spade.
Right. But now I will tell you this.
You frozen, Mr. Swan.
Oh Lord, don't tell me they didn't shut the internet off.
Shut the internet off. All of y'all frozen on me. You've been freezing up. Look, let me tell you something. I ain't never freeze. Look, no, check it out. But no, we do ourselves a disservice. So if you all are out here writing essays and you're saying, well, I think I wrote the best essay, no, let somebody see it. Let somebody read it. Exactly. Let somebody critique it. Send it to a Monique Robinson. Send it to your English professor. Let your mother, father see it. Let your pastor see it. Let somebody read your essay to give you some constructive criticism, because that's one way that you can always win the scholarship process, and that's one way you can always get a step ahead. Don't just lean on your own texting verbiage. Definitely, if you can't spell, do yourself a favor. There's a library in every city. I want you all to go utilize and then Google's your friend. Jay-Z said it best. Google's your friend, bruh. So Google.
There's a library in every city.
Yeah, there's a library in every city.
True.
No doubt. And again, if you don't want to go to the library, who's your friend? Google. Google.
They work on the game shows. Phone a friend.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah. And then look, I'm available too. I drop my information in the chat, and I know Brother Brown's available, Mr. Anthony Brown. I know he'll help you out help you write your essay or help you critique your essay.
I'm gonna tell you, you got to write your own.
He'll probably even write it for you.
No, he gonna give you a PD on it and make you do it. He will give you a PD, a professional development. He will pull up that screen.
But
seriously, we'll give you all the resources and the skills.
Most definitely. And you all need that, seriously, at the side. These are helpful platforms. Mr. Brown has given you some great takeaways, and he already has a scholarship in his name. This platform by itself is a help for you. I'm here to help. This institution is here to help you. Okay, so there's no excuses. Brother Brown already knows what excuses are.
Listen.
Yeah.
That's something that transcends any color line.
All of them. All of them. All of them. For real. Yeah, that's the truth.
Okay. But no, in all seriousness, we will do this every Wednesday. If you are a school or a guidance counselor, please share this with your students. We're trying to get our kids home by any means necessary. So I'm dedicating time. Everybody's dedicating time because we're committed to getting our kids where they can be nurtured, loved, respected, and feel a part of something. Point blank, period. I mean, my HBCU saved my life, as well as the gentleman on here. I don't know if Mr. Brown wants to. I hate to put him on the spot, but he has an amazing journey story that he give us the short version. But we all pretty much had a similar story. But you heard my story. You heard Mr. Swan's story already. But if Mr. Brown could be so kind and tell us how he got to Bethune, since they was our school this week.
Oh my gosh, listen. So Malik talked about earlier about the fact that he was in concert chorale, right? So I was also in the college choir, but I did not have the grades. I'm one of those students that they are out here recruiting. I was that type of student. I went to class first period and 8th period. Went to choir, went to drama. That's it. And I went to lunch. That's all I did my senior year. I didn't, not because I just didn't go to class. So when I came out of high school, I had a 1.9 GPA. Yeah, I was not together. I was not always together, but I knew my daddy taught me one or two things. And listen, son, this is what you better do. You better know how to dazzle them with your brilliance or baffle them with your BS. And so I was able to talk a good game, and Bethune gave me a chance when no one else would give me a chance. And so I stepped out on faith, much like how Mary McLeod Bethune started to school with $1.50, 5 little girls, and faith in God. I stepped out on faith and said, you know what, we're going to make this happen. Had to take all remedial classes my freshman year. Yeah, I had to pay for classes and got no credit for it. And I didn't understand why, but I realized I didn't do everything I was supposed to do in high school. I mean, I played around. I told you I only went to choir and drama. That's all I did. I was a character. That's what I was. I was a character. You want me to perform? I perform. You want me to go to class? But I had a teacher named Mr. Johnson. He was a member of Kappa Alpha Psi. Go figure, right? That other fraternity. And he told my mother one day, he said, Miss Brown, he said, listen, if your son can sit here and learn every song, every dance routine, every line to The Wiz or any other production he's in, then he could certainly learn this history. Did not think that I would ever come back to haunt me until I got to school, got to college, and I had to write an essay about the teacher that you did not like the most. But I ended up talking about Mr. Hal Johnson. I ended up finding out he was my favorite teacher because he challenged me and he pushed me. And that's what Bethune-Cookman did for me. They really pushed me to get me through, not just through remedial classes, but I ended up finishing school in 4 years. Not only did I finish the school in 4 years, my senior year in my philanthropic efforts, I also helped my class raise over $50,000 for UNCF. Listen, so I've been raising money for HBCUs since undergraduate. And so that's kind of like the short of it all. They were able to turn that thing around. I finished school in 4 years, and now I came in as a remedial student. I left out as an honor student and class president at the same time. Go figure. Again, I am not one to say, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater, because listen, back old school, some of y'all know when when you went to Big Mom in them house, you had to use that same bath water because everybody had to get in the bath and had to get in the same water, had to recycle it. That's all you had because you didn't know you was poor. You just figured that's what we had to do. Bethune figured it out for me, and I had to figure it out for myself, and we made it through. And I'm a living testimony that hey, it can happen. If it happened for me, it can certainly happen for you. Oh, please cut it out.
Man.
I needed that.
Man, you all made me cry over here, man.
Listen, I'm gonna let y'all have that one for free because that.
Man, you need to write that, put that in your book.
I'm working on it. That's called A Look at Life.
Man, and then also also add this chapter to it. That everywhere you go, when it's a fair going on, that you're gonna be Bethune-Cookman down to from your head to your feet.
You know I'm gonna have it all over, right?
All over.
That's it. And that's a whole other testimony because see, Joel, he knows, but see, Monique doesn't know. See, you have to tell Monique. But all about it again, if you put your mind to it, you can do whatever you want to do. I used to be 50 pounds. I'm down to $190 right now. And
God bless you.
I had to go back, Joel. I had to buy me a whole new outfit of Bethune-Cookman attire because everything I had was 5X this and 6X that. Now I had to go back and buy like mediums. Yes, I still got
They still don't know you had Bethune-Cookman tennis shoes.
Right. So Bethune-Cookman tennis shoes, socks,
Bethune-Cookman tennis shoes, y'all.
jogging pants, the shirt, the jacket, the hoodie, the skull cap, everything.
The man walks and talks what he is.
So Samantha wanted us to know that. Thank you for sharing your story. Thank you, Samantha. Very encouraging. My nephew is taking remedial classes in junior college now. Listen, tell me just stay committed, stay the course. It can happen. Don't give up. Listen, you had to. And I know it's a sacrifice because you got to pay for it. My mother just got a second mortgage. My mom just got a second mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
Get me through because I ain't no scholarships my freshman year.
Wow.
When I say we step out on faith, that's what we did.
That's true.
My mother begged her brother to send me to school.
See?
So shout out to my uncle, may he rest in peace. That was one of my favorite uncles. I'll never forget him. He actually stepped out there and looked out for me. And I didn't even know what a HBCU was. I had no college on my radar. I was working for it.
I knew what they were because, again, we had Central State and Wilforce here in Ohio. I had seen the Lou Rawls Parade of Stars telethon. I had started giving to UNCF when I was 8 years old. Still, I was like, I don't know, but I didn't think I was college material. But I met the choir director. When the choir came to Cleveland, they were on tour, the alumni chapter. How about that? The alumni chapter.
Come through.
Hosted the college choir to come to Cleveland. I didn't want to go. Mr. Fred Thomas, who was my junior high school principal, he's like, "You're going." Mr. Thomas, I don't want to go. You're going. Mr. Thomas, I went. I sat front row center at my high school that evening. I was like on a Wednesday evening at 7 o'clock. I sat there and was amazed. I heard them open their mouths like, "I want to sing like that." Yeah, never heard a college choir sing like that before.
You didn't hear Wilberforce when we were there then.
And so I went, so I met the choir director. I told her I didn't have the best of grades. She said, "Don't worry about it." She said, "You want to go to school?" I said, "Yes, ma'am." She said, "Give me your name, your social security number, and your birthday, and complete this application. I'll take care of the rest." I think I didn't get accepted until after I graduated from high school. So I mean, I may have graduated like 1st of June. I didn't get accepted until like almost the end of July.
Wow. So you was cutting it close.
Real close.
At
that point, my mom said, "Well, listen, it's either you go to Central State or Wilberforce, or you. That's it." Now, I wanted to get out of Ohio, and so she said, "The next letter that come in the mail, that's where you get to go to school." And Bethune-Cookman came.
Man.
Now, my daddy wasn't really a big fan of it because he thought I was going to drop out of school. You know.
Wow.
Love your parents, still, people, young people, love it on your parents. So, they, because they got some other preconceived notions of their own. But my father didn't want me to go to school. He like, "Well, you're gonna drop out of school and about, like your brothers did." So really, I had to stay in school to prove him wrong. Love my father, but I had to prove him wrong.
No doubt.
That was my motivation to prove.
Wow. I done learned something new about you. Right. That's amazing.
Don't ever let your environment be your crutches.
That too. That part. That part.
Yeah, I can give you a mean Ave Maria because I went to Catholic school, Brother Brown. I don't know nothing about no HBCU. but I know about that Catholic Mass and that Ave Maria.
Oh,
I can altar boy you underneath the table too.
Jesus help them.
So, you know what I'm saying? But no, seriously though, those are great. That's great, because when I hear stories like this, it always makes me remember about my coming up and not knowing about HBCUs. But I'm so glad that I was able and had the opportunity to not only attend but graduate, and now I'm working for one. Actually worked for my alma mater, and I'm working for the one right up the street. So, you know, it's good to know that these institutions, and it's good to understand that these institutions are out there for Samantha's nephew, to help him through and get him encouraged and keep him encouraged. Because like I told you all, Tougaloo College, we pick you up from where you are, we dust you off, and we provide you the set of eagle wings to allow you to soar like the eagle that you are. So we keep that in mind and understanding that. But the first thing you got to understand is who you are and whose you are. So keep that in mind too. So these are the things that I had to learn, and I learned them here at an HBCU. So, you know, had I not did what I needed to do and step out on faith, you probably would have seen, you probably would have read about me or read in the obituary about me other than seeing me in person. So, yeah.
Wow. we didn't want that part. I'm glad you got it together.
Oh, yeah.
Glad we all got it together, because we all have similar paths.
Yeah, that's a whole nother platform where we all three of us can get on here and tell our testimony. We give a testimony, but have folks shouting up in this thing.
yes, I'm gonna let you go on this buy the book. I'm gonna let you buy the book.
Say a little list James Cleveland for y'all. For real.
Listen, man, that's been fun, but I gotta run. Y'all can sit here and talk all day. I have another show.
Yeah.
Yes.
The HBC Alumni House Party coming up at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on Facebook and YouTube. This week, I am raising money and celebrating Lemoyne-Owen College and Virginia State University. So I do have some Virginia State alums. I'm still trying to find somebody from Lemoyne-Owen. If I can get somebody on real quick, I will. And so we're going to just chat with them real quickly, talk about their institution, talk about some of the greatness of those two great schools. And then I'm going to get out the way because I got to go in there. I got to put my other church hat on, so I got to do some theater work later on. Listen, Monique, I'm all over the place. If I wish I had a word. Well, I know how to give y'all a word of encouragement. Don't give up. That's the one for y'all today. But if you haven't, don't forget to go and check out the for YouTube. If you haven't already seen it, I did post it a little late today, but I did get up today. It's Inspire Me.
Yes.
About
yes.
I felt some type of way because you didn't invite. You usually invite.
I know I was running behind the gun today, but today's Inspire Me. If I could just think of what was today about? Today was about hold on, I'm about to tell you in just a second. About being a better you. That's why I said again about don't be like me. I used to say don't be like me, be better than me, but that's a false impression because you may have a false expectation of who I am. So I don't want you to try to be like me. I need for you to be a better you each and every day. That's it. That's all. Shoot for the moon if you miss, you be amongst the stars, but be a better you. That's it. That's how we want to leave you with that encouragement for today.
Oh.
And if you need,
appreciate you stopping by, but we always log off and watch the house party. Sometimes I'm impromptu guest on the house party, but it's
listen. If you look, I need a guest. If you want to come in there and help me talk about Lemoyne-Owen, you sure can.
Now Lemoyne-Owen is our sister institution too, so just FYI for everybody. So that is we have 5 direct sister institutions, and Lemoyne-Owen is one of them. And Brother Brown, if you need help with that theater, I can give you that mean Ave Maria too. If you need me to come on and do that for you.
I'm good. Thank you. Thank you. I you know what? I hold you to that. Man, when it's Tougaloo's turn, I'm telling you now.
I can only give you that first Ave Maria, but I can't give you the rest of them.
Jesus, no.
Yeah,
wait a minute, you went to Jackson State?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jackson State.
So when it's Jackson State's turn, come on to the show and sing your alma mater.
No, oh yeah. I got
the alma mater?
Yes, I do.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, I'm gonna get up out of here and let y'all close out the show. I'll see y'all in a little bit if y'all want to come over to the alumni house party. See
everybody, how about this? Everybody, come on over there.
Yeah,
that's we do this. That's how we used to do back in the day when when we was in college and going to the party, we go from one party to the next party. So we're gonna go from this one to the next. We're gonna support it.
I'm not going to incriminate myself because we didn't have cell phones or social media like this, but yeah, it was something like that.
You knew what it was. It's all good. But thank you for the platform. Thank you for allowing Tougaloo to come into your homes, into your phones. And thank you all so much. Again, my information is in the chat. I am Joel Swan, the lead enrollment officer here for the historic Tougaloo College, Mississippi's second oldest private liberal arts college. American Missionary Association founded, though we are paid for by the Freedmen's Bureau. Do your history, Black History Month. Okay. Amistad is all through these campus walls and all around us when we talk about civil rights, civil liberties, and in terms of civil justice that's going on right now. The people were here on this campus at that time, fighting for the things that we are utilizing and have the rights to do right now. So shout out to Monique. We're gonna keep continuing keep continuing to support you. So God bless you. God bless everybody. Wash your hands, watch your distance, wear your mask, and worship. I want you all to pray over yourself. Okay. God bless you all. 1 Thessalonians 5:16 through 18.
Look at you, come here with the Sunday school.
Pray without ceasing. Peace.
Amen.
Yep.
Thank you so much. If you didn't catch it this time, please like, share, comment, share the replay. I don't know if he's doing it this week, but it sounds like, it's an ongoing thing. Get your application in, talk to him. He see what they can do for scholarships. He posted a wonderful PowerPoint. Replay, pause it, take a picture of all the scholarships that's available. Thank you again. And I guess we're going to head over to the next one.
Like we used to. All right, Monique, shout out.
All right.
All right.